Well, hello everybody. Good morning. Happy Sunday morning. Um, Welcome to another Xplane stream. I thought about last night what I was gonna do today, and I realized that I haven't been in Xplane in at least a week, over a week. Um, so I really did want to do at least one flight today in Xplane. They'll still get at least one Xplane stream out there. Now I do apologize. Um, yes, we are flying Delta. We are gonna be flying to Charlotte. I really did want to try and do a real world carrier and a real world flight out of here. I did find a couple. There was an Air Canada flight to Dulles. Air Canada also flew into O'Hare, which, I had absolutely nothing wrong. No problem wanting to do those flights. Problem is, I couldn't get my hands on an Air Canada livery. Apparently, those livers were made, but unbeknownst to me, and I won't be. I personally won't be doing this again. This is another knife and explains back to me, as well as Flight Factor. I'm already, as you guys know from prior streams, I've been having nothing but a lot of problems with Xplane. Still trying to work through it. Still trying to find a way to enjoy it, bring streams to you guys. But believe it or not, when I went to try to get the Air Canada delivery, I went to Xplane's forum, right? It's where a lot of us get our stuff. Yeah, Xplane.org forum. Flight Factor has their master list of liveries for this, right? Well, first link I click on is Air Canada. And I kid you not. The link is apparently no longer valid, but replaced with a virus malware scam site. Now, hopefully I get everything closed out of that okay, and didn't end up with a virus or malware on my computer. I'm really going to be upset if I did. And I'll tell you what, to be honest, if I did, I'll never reinstall Xplane and use the org forum again. I'm sorry, I just won't. It's too much work to have to reinstall this computer if something like that happens. I guess so I said, okay, well, the first link's broken. Well, I'm sure the other links are working, right? Right? So I click on the next one. It was Air Canada New Livery. I click on that one, and of course, it doesn't take me to where I need to be to get delivery. Site's broken, takes me someplace else. So I say, okay, enough of this. I went and visited the Xplane.to site. Because, yes, there's a .to for Xplane as well as MSFS. And there's not that many liveries available there. Apparently, even though we all know Xplane.to is probably the safest place to get everything you need for your simulator, not a lot of Xplane users are using it. Why? I'm not really quite sure. Everything that's uploaded, everything you click on to download, unless you're clicking on a link that takes you outside of the site, has been scanned. It's pretty safe. Um, but I gave up. I took another look at what liveries I actually had installed to use, and I honestly, for this airport flying back into the States, I just didn't have a viable real world livery to use. So I chose Delta. We're gonna fly to Charlotte. So pretty much everything about this flight is gonna be fictional. It is what it is. I didn't want that to super discourage me from trying to do this flight. So here we are. But we're still gonna try to have fun, not let this ruin my day, my streams. Um, but to me, that is really discouraging. Let's go ahead and jump into the cockpit. We'll go ahead and make sure we get the ground power on. We'll come upstairs, grab the batteries. We'll come up here, grab the IRSs. We'll grab the oxygen. Then we'll come down here, grab the emergency lights, seatbelts, and no smoking. I am going to turn that volume down just a little bit, guys. I just don't really feel there's a need for it to be that loud. But we do need to make it over to Simbury to verify altitude, which is going to be 34,000 feet. And yes, I guess apparently we do have to scroll. And altimeter needs to be set at. Let me go ahead and I'm sorry I didn't open up Navgraph yet. So altimeter this morning is actually 29902. So we actually don't have to change that. Kind of surprised that's what that is. Let's go ahead and go to init. I'll take that. I don't know why that doesn't say AA, but I'm not going to worry about it. We're not AA, but DL. 420. 50, that's fine. That's fine, I do believe. Yep, that's fine. We do need to get to the tablet before we continue any further. Let's go to fuel. We'll call it a fuel truck. I don't know what this get is, but fuel is not right. Now, if you already get your flight plan, I would think if you say get, it would be trying to get your fuel from your some brief flight plan, right? But it didn't get me the right number, so I don't know if it's still trying to get in kilograms or something. I don't know, but clearly, as we can see, it should be pounds. There we go. We got the right amount of fuel. Um, for some reason, the jetway is not moving. But that's okay. Yeah, I definitely didn't have that set from SimBrief. I'm just going to say full set. Go ahead and remove that. Let's go to cargo. Call the loaders. On cargo, we should have 8934. There we go. That's fine. Alright, good. Everything there is released. Suppose I will grab the chocks anyway. Yeah, block fuel, that's not right. I don't know where it's getting this from unless it's using... We're still trying to use the kilos, which by all rights, with the settings changed to using pounds in the tablet, it shouldn't be trying to do that, but let's go ahead and just manually enter it and stuff. So a block should actually be 2-2. Out of range. My God. Eh. I'm not struggling this morning, guys. Yeah, I'm not changing anything here. It is what it is. I know I loaded the right amount of fuel. I'm just not going to struggle. I'm sorry. So we are arriving 18 left. Via the, well, really? None of these are here in my flight plan, guys. I'm guessing we're not going to be using any stars. And of course, you can't tell it no star, I guess, apparently. As long as it's in there. Where is it getting this flight plan from? That is not what I generated. I'm going to go with it, guys. I don't know. I'm going to go with it. Still got another minute to be aligned. While we're waiting. Door's locked. Switch that. Oh, wait, that's not even clickable, so never mind. There we go. No, that's probably because we're not aligned. Come on, align already. Now, it seems to me, it's going to tell you 1 minute, about 1 minute, and then that status goes away. It seems to me we should be aligned at this point. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm tempted to go back in there and do what I think both V1 and 737 drivers tells you shouldn't do, and actually click on a line on reference. Not supposed to do that. And I've been trying not to do that because that's an easy thing to remember and not to do. There, I did it, but that didn't really seem to help anything. And yes, guys, just so you're all aware, last night after stream when I was conceiving or doing Xplane, I went through and made sure that there weren't any updates available for this plane or any of the other planes that I had. Um, Even went in to check to see if there was any possible updates for Xplane. As far as I could tell, Xplane is updated the latest version. Oh, there we go. Now we're finally aligned. Let's go ahead and get the APU started up. And while we're waiting on that, we'll go ahead and turn these guys on. And then we will also come up here and pre-plan the pushback. And just to remind myself, we're taking off runway 7. And according to the charts, runway 7 is pretty much behind us. But we do need to go tail to the left to get there. So that's definitely a taxiway. That's a taxiway right here. We'll make sure we go right here. That looks good.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Here we go. Looks like the APU is up and running. Let's go ahead and grab the beacons. We'll go up through the menu. And we'll start the pushback.
Cockpit, tow is driving up.
Oh, I forgot. Get rid of the chocks.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Get rid of the ground power. There we go. Alright, are you connecting? Yeah, you're there. What are we waiting on?
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Sheesh. Alright. Really?
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
I'm guessing the parking brake lever has to be a certain way when you load in for it to match up correctly and work the way it should. Why are we not starting? We got everything where it's supposed to be. There we go. I guess you gotta click every switch twice in order for it to work. Lovely. And of course, I almost forgot PACX.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
We're ready to go when you are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant speaking. At this time, please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bins and your small items are underneath the seat in front of you. If you have any trouble or need any assistance, please don't hesitate to let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to help you. If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers.
Tow is disconnected.
Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the seat back in front of you. Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate.
Yeah, that was the only one of them. Got nothing out of that.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 420 with service to Charlotte. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours and 8 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all calls. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen to an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Hello.
Hello. Hola. Konnichiwa. Welcome aboard. This is your flight with Delta. Muchas gracias por volar con Delta.
Our first priority on every flight.
On every flight. Thank you.
So before we depart, we'll be giving a brief safety presentation. Okay. Be sure all carry-on items are securely stowed in an overhead bin. And place smaller items under the seat in front of you. And ensure all aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas are clear.
Yeah, that obviously hasn't been optimized to work for Xplane 12. Definitely should be having the ability to wipe the water away.
For everyone's safety, federal regulations require all passengers to comply with the posted placards and lights and information signs located throughout the cabin. In addition to any driver's instructions, smoking, including the use of e-cigarettes, is not allowed on any Delta flight, and federal law also prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying our smoke detector. There are 10 exits on this plane, 6 doors, 3 on each side, and 4 window exits over the wings. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a ramp. An additional ramp is located in an overhead bin just forward of the wings.
All exits are clearly marked with an exit sign. However, if there is a loss of power, main cabin visibility is reduced. Lights move to the main aisle to guide you to the exit. Take a moment to find the exit closest to you. Other than that, you might need to adjust.
It's a light, but if cabin pressure changes, the panels above your seat will open, revealing oxygen masks. If this happens, you can jump and pull a mask towards you to ensure the surgery is stiff. Place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and breathe normally, and note that oxygen is flowing. So don't worry if the bag is not inflated. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
And water evacuation is also likely, but just in case. Life is allocated under your seats in the main cabin. If you're seated in the first class or in the business class cabin, life is located in the compartment adjacent to your seat or under your armrest. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist and attach it to the buckle in front. As you do, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tabs at the bottom of the vest. Or manually inflate it by blowing into the tubes at shoulder level.
You can activate a light by pulling down on the tab in front, but if your vest doesn't have a tab, the light will activate automatically in the water. If necessary, we'll distribute
Well, I checked it. What you gotta do to get rid of it, I do not know. Oh well. Let's just go ahead and get out of here.
Access the Air Logo Internet Service.
Now, before we take off, be sure your seat is upright, your armrest and headrest are lowered, your tray table is put away, and non-carrying items are properly stored. And finally, now would be a good time for everyone to review the safety information card, which is in your seat pocket.
On behalf of everyone at Delta Airlines, I'd like to thank you for paying attention. Now, as we prepare for takeoff, please relax.
Muito obrigado por voar com a Delta. Thank you for flying with Delta.
Alright, rotate. Okay, maybe we won't rotate. Free crash, guys. Guess what? We're doing Microsoft. So what in the hell? Yeah, everything there is set, guys. Guess what? We crashed. I'm done. I'm just done. I had everything set the way it should have. You guys watched me do it. No reason whatsoever I shouldn't be able to pull up. I'm just done trying, guys. I'm sorry. So, I'm ending it here, y'all. Say goodbye to the last stream you'll see me do for a very long time of Xplane. Say bye-bye.